I told the people, I said the peace and the rest of your future, that you have peace in the future, that you have rest in the future, is determined by your investment in your children. The sacrifice you are willing to make, the investment you are willing to make in your children today is what will guarantee your peace tomorrow, is what will guarantee your rest tomorrow. If you ignore your children and not make the necessary sacrifice and investment, you will arrive in the future where you have children all around you and none of them will help you. There are some parents that no matter how blessed their mother, their children are, no matter how blessed that this child is, you look at the father or look at the mother and say, you can go to hell. He says, instead of me to give you my 1 naira, let me dash it to people on the street. Say, because I grew up, you didn't bother if I ever existed. So sometimes I get so angry that some men, they should send your children's bride price, your daughter's bride price, you say, I reject it. Send it to the mother, send it to that uncle, send it to that foster father, because I never played the role of a father. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. There are some mothers that they will call you to come and stand for your daughter in the day of her marriage. You say, no, let my sister go. Let this foster mother, let her stepmother go, because I didn't play the role of a mother. Somebody stood as a mother when I wasn't there. We are in a generation where a man will give birth to a child from beginning to end, never care about the child. The day he hear that then he come out, it's my daughter. Shame should just catch you for some while. So I said, if you're going to have peace in the future, if you're going to have rest in the future, you must make sacrifice and invest in those children. Because by tomorrow, when God will settle them, they will look back to the one who was there for them. And they will say, everything I have become is because you were there. There is nothing I have become today that it was not by your instrumentality. These are principles. There are people accusing devil, and devil is innocent. I'm going to show you things in the scripture today. So last week we took a test, 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 6, for I am now ready to be offered, and my time of departure is at hand. Yes, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Verse 8, henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at the day, and not to me only, but even to the people in Amok that love his appearing. Apostle Paul said, I have come to the place of my life. I poured my life as water for men to drink. I poured my life. I gave my service to humanity. I've come to the point I want to live now. I want to die now, but I'm waiting for a crown. I have done my work. I have lived a good life. I have fought a good fight. I have finished the faith. Apostle Paul said, I have lived a fulfilled life. I can go and rest with my ancestors. I shared with us to begin the message, what is it that makes people live a regrettable life? I started by telling you that number one is living a life of blame. And please don't forget, for those who are not here, Hosea chapter 4 verse 4. Read it in NLT and the Message Bible. I just need to run through this. Hosea chapter 4 verse 4, NLT and Message. Just one. Let's go, one to go. Don't point your... One and read now. Why are sure that you don't come? Oh yeah, let me hear your voice. Everyone want to go. Don't point your finger at someone else and try to pass the blame. Thank you. Don't point your finger at someone else and try to pass the blame. Look at Message, want to go. But don't. I want to hear everybody. Want to go. Say it again. Say it again. Now tell it to your neighbor, want to go. And then the next line, want to go.
No finger pointing.
Say that again.
No finger pointing.
Say it again.
No finger pointing.
No finger. Thank you. So I said to us, one of the things that makes people to live a life of blame, to live a regrettable life, is a life of blame. They blame everything. They parents. If not my papa, if not be papa, if not be mama, they blame their parents. They blame their pastor. What again I said? They blame their church. They blame the devil. Okay, let me see the blame. Okay, so I talk about that. All right. Then I said number 2 thing that make people to regret is what? Fighting those who shouldn't fight. And I say to you, a lot of people are living a regrettable life because they are fighting people they shouldn't fight. Who are the people I say you shouldn't fight? Number 1, first of all, I say to you, in the battle of life, you have to select battle. It is not every battle that is meant for you to fight. There are battles the Bible says, arise and go over and fight with the king of Ammon. There are some battles that God said, be still and I the Lord shall fight. There are battles you fight, there are battles you don't fight. If you stand to go and fight battle God should fight, you will fall. If you go and fight battle that God did not command you to fight, you will fail. The only victory you have guaranteed in any battle is the one God has commanded you to fight. There are battles you will fight, even with God you will fail. Please see it. What are those battles I mentioned? The number 1, never fight a man or woman that carries grace. Never fight anybody that carries grace. You will fail. The grace of that person will disgrace you. The wife of Haman said to him, if this woman when you fight now truly a Jew, we don't die you. Jews are grace carriers. If only Gaza know what they are trying to do, to kidnap Israeli civilians and soldiers. If only Gaza know the cost they will pay for the few person they are giving back, Hamas will release them immediately. They should have read the Bible. Know that Goliath from Gaza did not survive Israel. They should have read the Bible that when it comes to Israel, supernatural forces are deployed. But Gaza don't want to hear. Hamas don't want to listen. Never fight a person with grace. Unfortunately, when the grace on Mordecai came on Haman, it was not only the man that died, but the wife and the children all perished with him. Number 2, B. I said B. Never fight an innocent man. Onye woman is a car. Ocho mwale mweda. Mwakwa muwe. Never fight an innocent person. Person when you hand clean, no fighter. You go break your spinal cord, you go waste your destiny. Person when you hand clean, no fighter. You go die or die. What's the next one? See, who did I say don't fight? Don't fight innocent parents. Your papa don't do anything, your mama don't do anything. You went to somewhere where they gave you prophecy, said that your papa they do you, or that your mama they do you. You came back and you are fighting an innocent man. You are fighting an innocent woman. Because even God knows the thing you do. Innocent parents. He said, Pastor, but you are aware that there are some terrible parents. Yes, I'm aware. Some of them you have to allow them to go to God for God to deal with them by himself. What's the next one there? I said, don't fight the finger that fed you. If you are going to fight anybody, don't fight the finger that fed you. This is the illustration God gave me that I shared on Sunday. I said the person that gave you umbrella when he was beating you, don't fight that hand. The person that picked you when life dropped you at the gate, and you would have died in cold. Someone that removed his or her blanket and gave it to cover that made you survive. Never fight the finger that fed you. Your death is going to be disastrous. Your end will be so shameful. It's something that makes people live a life of regret. The finger that fed you, don't fight that finger. He said, but that same finger that fed me yesterday is the finger that is fighting me today. Please allow God fight the battle. I have seen that in my life. I've seen it in my life. And the person fought me and fought me and fought me. And I said, how can I fight a man that I know contributed to my rising in life? Fought me, said all manner of things, stood in the pulpit and talked against me. And I said, not one God. I said, God, you know everything. You see everything. When time came, God did his thing. Never find the finger that fed you. It's a battle you will never win. Let me tell you, even if the person decides not to fight you, the forces, the person pepper when you eat, the person water when you drink, are you getting what I'm talking about? The person good when you do for you, it will become a force that will come after you. Listen, all the youth listen to me. This generation is so stubborn. This generation, they don't have a future. The reason is because they can't listen. What I'm talking about here is more than 1,000 prophecies on your life. I will show you something today that will baffle you in the Bible. Because the problem is, I am walking, and nothing is coming out of your work. Check your life. I don't mean to come in because I have a lot of things to say today. How can you be learning work under your madam, under your organ? You still there, they still learn the work. You still they run info to another person to run down the person that is teaching you. You are still there, you are cornering customers to somewhere. This person is still taking care of you. Listen, that your own business will never stand. Just finish. How can somebody employ you to come and say something or to come and work? The person is paying you to take care of yourself and your family, and you are stealing from that purse. And you are running down the person's business. Why would thunder fire you? I am telling you the sincere truth. This is what is destroying a lot of people. They don't know. You can't steal from the purse that is taking care of you. You will pay for it. This is not the devil. This is not God. Life will come after you. He said, don't worry. When I finish now, I don't start my own. Start your own and we'll see how far you will go. There are things people don't understand. That is why you see hundreds of people passing out to learning work, and many will pass out and they will never start. Because where they run it down. And hell say no. You can't run down another person's business and then build your own one. Don't fight the finger that fed you. Yoruba man say, oh dear, dear. What's the next one? He said another thing. Don't fight those who are richer and more influential than you. Don't fight those who are richer and more influential than you. That is the lesson David learned. Saul was coming against David. David come on hand. Even when David had opportunity to kill Saul, he said, I'm not going to touch you. Where will you start from? The particular drama that is playing in North now. And look, some people, foolishness, when you want to destroy people, they know they hear something. Our people say, dog when one die, you know they hear something. There are certain people you will fight, you will be buried before you arrive. In few years, people will be asking, where that person now? There are certain people you don't fight. There are certain names I will call in River State. All of you who are politicians, you ask questions where they went, where they are. People who became prominent and powerful in politics until they decamp from the party and fought the party that made them. And fought, listen to me. Oh God, help me. Okay, let me just call a name. How many of you will remember where is the to come back and align with Wike, and then last take a traditional ruler. Now, they were principalities in River State politics, but they have disappeared. Why? They fought certain people that buried their destiny. When Chibike fight against Lord Jonathan, I believe that his future is about to be new. There are people that the future is buried. They are enjoying the glory of the present, but after the present, they will be absent. There are certain persons you shouldn't fight. People who are more influential than you. I see some drama happening in Omo today, and they laugh people. EJ last no they are happy people. You go to do people with a clap for you. You go to do. Listen, sir. You see, there are people you shouldn't quack. People know they hear something. They don't understand. This generation don't understand. Any man that is on stage, don't fight the man. Wow. Even if you are going to take over the stage after the man will on stage you before you come to the stage. There are certain people, listen, if they cough, you'll be buried. Nigeria said, every Nigeria person that they watch television, 2 days before a stage, they want to hear verdict. Verdict of what? Like Supreme Court will say Article 1 or OB 1. Are you kidding me? Are you Nigeria? Who put that in the judge? Who put them? Why are you people dumb? Like in this country. So you are actually expecting the Supreme Court to say Article 1. That person, in 24 hours they will look for that judge. And they've been debating, it's good, it's not good in this country. Yes, so we can say to Chibika Mechi, we know how to win election in Rivers State. It's not what we do like in this country. Don't fight. Person when they more influential, person when they money pass, no fight them. Already they will job on one. If you take one account, close your destiny. One account, I go carry close your destiny. One account. There are certain people that when they come to fight you, you tell them to play with me. And God by himself will take care of them. Listen, if you say you will not listen to me, one day you will remember my words. And you say, this man said this to many years ago. When people who are richer and more influential, and when they come to attack you, tell them no problem. Well, get out in okay, I get them out. When you step out in what you play with me, there is a place of the force of heaven. When God will fight, God will fight. Never fight a person who is more influential than you. You will have your body man to see you. There are people when they see you, in essence. Yes. Hey. I wish you would learn. You like that in the Baroka. It's like alone. I swear my God in the mother great on Nadio Hobo. Nadio Hobo. Now you tell you I got it. Oh, wait a minute. That's not you. I got it. Now they talk the part for now they tell you Nadio Hobo. Nadio Hobo. Yeah. Imagine to be Michael, they go point. No, better don't you? You are upward popsy. You. No, I want you to watch a movie. Now watch the movie. And they don't chase it down. And Zubi Michael, they point out. They put in cap.
The dead man.
They don't chase it down, they look at. No, tell me how the end will be. What if you will tell you? They fly and refuse to hit. We follow the course. do. You will ruin your life. I know you are talented. I know you are charismatic. I know you are gifted, but I tell you, you will carry gifts that will never be celebrated. As you get up from that seat, when you dey waka dey go, one fortune will come out from bush and just eat you up. There are things that are programmed in life. God doesn't have to leave heaven. Never fight a man who is more influential and richer than you. And today, I want to tell you one or two, if time will permit me. What is it that makes people live a life of regrets? What is it that makes people live a life of regrets? Deuteronomy 28, 47 and 48. You will hear Bible today when you never hear since your mama born you. Because it was yesterday God showed me this. I screamed. I cried. I screamed. I called my family. After Bribu's birthday, I said, devotion. I can't wait for church. I can't wait. I want to read something for you that I saw for the first time in my life. I've been reading the Bible. What God showed me yesterday, you fear me. Let us read. One thing that makes people live a regrettable life. Please give me NLT, BBE, and Message. Let's read those scriptures. 47 and 48. Everybody, please, I want to read together. Everybody. 1, 2, go. Now, I will not like it if you read like one of these. I want you to read like a charismatic apostolic child. Can you give me this thing here, please? To go. If you do not serve your God with joy, I'm not waiting. I want to hear everyone want to go. If you do not serve the Lord your God with joy and enthusiasm for the abundant benefits you have received, and what will happen? You will serve your enemy, whom the Lord will send against you. You will be left thirsty. Wait, let's go. If you don't serve God with joy and happiness because of his blessings in your life, this is what he said, you will serve your number one. Number two, the enemy who the Lord will send to you. Number two, you'll be left hungry. Number three, thirsty. Number four, naked and lacking in everything. The Lord will put an iron yoke on your neck, oppressing you harshly until he has destroyed you. Maybe you want to go. Because you did not give honor to the Lord your God, worshiping him gladly, with joy in your heart, because of the wealth of good things that he's been doing for you. Yes. For this cause, number one, you will become servant to those whom the Lord your God will send against you. 2, without food and in need of all things, and he will put a yoke of iron on your neck till he has put an end to you. Message. Want to go? Because you didn't serve God, you are gone out of the joy and the goodness of your heart in the great abundance. Yes, you will have to serve your number one, wrath and wretchedness. Then he will put an iron yoke on your neck until he has destroyed you. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that makes people live a regrettable life is serving God without joyfulness of heart. Waiting I see yesterday fear me. Sister Jennifer, I will tell you the reason why many Christians have served God for years and yet are poor and wretched. I saw it here. God said, if you don't serve me with gladness of heart, with happiness and cheerfulness, for all that I have done for you, he said, I'm sending enemies to you, you will serve them. Number one, you will be hungry, you will be thirsty, you will be naked. He said, you will suffer in everything, and I will put an iron on your neck that will oppress you until you die. Not the devil. God says so. Whenever I tell you to smile, it's not because you are paying me for asking you to smile. There are many of you, the condition of your face will not allow the release of God's blessing. You doubt me? Go back and read this Bible. Prayer band, Mona, hear me. Prayer band. Go and check in churches. Prayer bands are the most poor people in church. Go in any church. Go and take a survey. I give you permission. Why? There are a lot of them who cannot even greet people. A lot of them, they can't shake anybody. Yes. They are too serious. Anytime, they are so serious. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. They are so serious with everybody. They come to the church like this, they can't greet people, they can't. You get what I'm talking about? Listen to me. He didn't say because you didn't serve the Lord. He said because you didn't serve me with joyfulness of heart. God demands this joy. Oh God. Let me ask you a question. If you have a staff, whether those of the way they teach people work, or you have a company, and you have a staff who is not always smiling, when it comes to something serious, will you send that person? Talk to me. I don't know about you, but one thing that puts me off in people is when you are too serious. This is what a lot of people say. You see, not just my face, my heart will be like that. We are not God. It is God that sees the heart. Man looks at your physical appearance. This is what I'm begging you. Please be cheerful. Evangelist Gossip, when you go to a man and God is studying the scripture, let it not be what I said. And God opened my eye to this thing yesterday. It became the greatest gift that God gave me. Many people don't know how to be cheerful. Okay, cheerful for what? Get that scripture back. Cheerful for what? Get it back. Get it back. The Lord blessed you in every way, but you would not serve him with gladness and joyfulness. The Lord bless you in every way. Please, I'm coming. I love that gentle. Listen. You know the problem? In church, whenever God have not answered a particular prayer point, we are asking him. We are blinded by the ones he's even doing that we didn't ask him. Odeka chukwe ta sakre kanijaria, chukwe mankanjare, chukwe mankanjare. Omo kita lo chukwe ta sakre, but omo ndi lo ba ojasa. So this is it. You are having a particular challenge and you are begging God for it. And you come to church and say, can we worship God? Say, worship God. Can you give me people? I said to you before, he said, Pastor, I've said to people, I said, how are you? He said, Pastor, nothing is working. And I said, every time the person said, nothing is working. I said, are you okay? Are you sure? He said, Pastor, nothing is working. I swear to God. I said, you swear to God. He said, nothing is working. I said, okay, is your liver working? He said, yes. I said, you are sure? What of your kidney? Is your kidney? He said, kidney is working now. Nothing to my kidney. I said, okay. What of your head? Your head will walk or you don't knock. Say, God forbid, my head will knock. My head will walk. Your head will walk. Your kidney will walk. I say, you're not mad. Your kidney will walk. Your liver will walk. Your heart will walk. You say nothing will walk. How ungrateful are we? And God said, I blessed you with the abundance of everything. And you come to church, sir, every time, depression is killing me. What do you mean by depression? I told you a story that Pastor Korode Kumaya told us. Pastor Lagos, but he had a problem with his kidney. And they went to do kidney operation in India. He said they finished operation, it failed. He said because of this one problem, they sold all the properties. And the man is now living in a rented apartment. For one problem. For one problem. For one problem. You are angry with God because you don't have a male child. You have daughters, girls. See how stupid your mind has become. If those girls were to be bought with money, you wouldn't have paid for them. There are people, rich men and women, who can't have one, just one. Tell me about my children. Not be 2 girls. Tell me Bill Clinton children. Tell me George Bush children. Who among them get boy? Sam Adeyemi, Chris Oyakhilome. Mention great names. Who among them get boy? They have girls. And they invest in their girls. And they are growing up to become great. Your stupid head of ingratitude and African mentality made you. You forgot that some women went into that maternity, entered that place and they didn't come back. A man close to my house, the wife came back to a girl, and maybe I've been the 10th girl or so, and the man refused to go and see the woman, and he's a pastor. It's because you didn't go to school. Illiteracy is disturbing your ancestors, and they transferred it to you. You should have known there are people they call Mary Selection. There is a woman they call Margaret Thatcher. There is a woman they call Dora Kennedy. There is a woman presently in Nigeria who has gotten global recognition. There is a woman, Director of World Trade Organization. What's her name again? Ngozi Okonjo. She was up there. During Obasanjo time, they had to beg her to come and become Minister of Finance. She said, I don't have time. They begged her. Her only condition to coming back is said, if I come back, you pay me in dollars. The only minister in Nigeria who was in Nigeria, working in Nigeria, they pay her for dollars. Left this place and went to the world to become director of World Trade Organization, the whole world. Look at her from Imo State, if I'm correct. This woman, if anything happens to her in any nation, that nation is in trouble. If your country, if anything happens to this country, this woman, Nigeria is in trouble. A woman. And there are some useless men everywhere. The problem is not a girl child or a boy child. Your problem is in your investment in your child. It is not sex of a woman. What about Oprah? One of the greatest women that ever lived. Black American. Very wealthy. What about Lakeja? There are people everywhere. Women are making giant strides. You have your girl child and you say you are useless. In 21st century? No, that was the days of your grandfather. In this nation, in this world right now, women are presidents everywhere. Women are presidents of the world. Hillary Clinton, if not of some sort of American manipulation, would have become American president. A woman that was not married, Miss Rice, was once American, what is it called? Secretary. Because something is wrong with your life. You look at your girl child and say, you tell me, I want to finish and now this is not married. What an irresponsible parent you are. It is not the sex of the baby that determines how far he or she will go, but the investment of grace and sacrifice. There are families that there are too many men and their father died. All the men are there, not doing anything. It's only the women that bury the man. So this is it. God bless you female children, and you are so ungrateful that you look at your child, it's Ajumoke. Ajumoke, you are so ungrateful. This was not what I expected. That was what you gave her. And she gave back to you. Cherish the gift of God. Cherish the gift of life. He said, "My pastor, and they see can never recover." He gave people who are to write exam before his day on Friday, last paper, and then one of my classmates started crying. He was crying. I left my seat. What's the matter? She was crying. I said, "Okay, can you talk to me after that?" She said, "Yes, sir." As soon as we finished, I went, "What happened?" She said, my uncle that is training me in this school, she came from Bayelsa. Say he just died. I said, "What happened? Was he sick?" He said, "No. My birthday was 2 days ago. He even called me, wished me happy birthday, prayed with me. He slept that day before his day. Waking up. They said they wake up, he's not up yet. The wife went and knocked, he didn't open. They have to force the door open, find him dead by himself. Your own, they sick, they recover. People, they die, they go, they sick. Because you refuse to serve me in the abundance of all things that I've done for you. There are some of you, if you don't thank God for anything, but for the association you give to him. There are some persons, you know, I preach a message, I don't know, when I don't know where I preach the message, but I preach about from Mark chapter 2, about this man that is sick and down, but with 4 friends. I said to you, no matter how down you will become, don't be down in your relationship. Even if you are down, your relationship, and you have profitable relationship, your relationship can still take you to the top. The man cannot walk again. The man cannot speak again. But association and profitable relationship lifted him to the top. And that brought his healing. I beg you in the name of God, stop this nonsense people do in church. And they come to church and they serve God with this mentality of entitlement. Sometimes I watch people come to drop offering and they walk like they are the Inspector General of Almighty. They walk like that and they just throw the thing and they walk away, and God look at them with this disdain. Listen to me, if God is coming against a man, it will be better the devil comes against you. I'm sure you saw what we read. He said, "I the Lord know what I will do to you." See what he said? The next one. He said, then you will serve the enemies that the Lord is going to send against you. As in, the Lord will send you enemies. Watch this. What's the next thing there? Now want to go? You will be what? Imagine when God said to a man, you will be hungry. And then you will be thirsty. And then the other one is what I don't want to see. He said you will be naked. In need of everything. When God is telling someone he will be naked, and God is saying you will be in need of it. Look at the last one. The Lord will oppress you harshly until you are destroyed. People really fear. You know, I tell people, there are people, their life would have been better if they were not Christians. How can you be in a group to serve the Lord with all that God is doing for you? Want to have good meeting? Then they have to beg you and call you and remind you as who? Then they will call you, then you will see the call. Leave that to the worry you, and then you will call the call, and God is watching you. You are the one crying for us here and say, "God, give me a husband." And God gave you a husband. And then you say, "God, give me children." And God gave you children. And now the same blessing God gave you is what you are using as an excuse. I know they come as they come before. You know, all the children when God give you, then they worry you. This marriage, and they worry you. You know, we are supposed to be the same thing that will make you thank God the more. Why coming to church and they are singing and dancing and you can't even dance? You are now big. You don't collect money. You know they drink mineral again. You don't dance again. Where do you want dancing? Why? Look at how ungrateful we are. He said, "I bless you with everything, and you can't serve me with rise again. God said, take everything. Take 9, give me 1. Let my work not suffer. Let my servants not suffer. Take 9, give me 1. That one God asked you to give is a problem for you. God said you are so ungrateful. He said you will be naked. Listen, I have seen people in Namibia who became so big until today they are trekking. I said it to a lot of you know a man in Namibia who had cars 50-50. 50-50. On the first Mercedes wagon that entered Namibia was in that body. The first Mercedes wagon. All his cars was 50-50. Today, even a car I use in that he's still in this one. We have seen people like that. Listen. I have said it again and again. To hustle is human, but to blow is divine. Don't come in a place where God will say, you don't need Satan, I am your devil. He said, I will send you enemies. You will be hungry, you will be thirsty, you will be naked. He said, I will oppress you harshly until you die. God himself. There are some of you that came to 14 night and you abandoned devil and God says, you are wasting your time. This is not devil, this is me. Your heart is too harsh and evil. Your heart is too evil. I can't bless you.